David Gamma. This time I'm here with none other than Ultra David. How you feeling today, man?
I'm doing really well, thanks.
All right, so what brings you down here? I mean, a lot of people came, some into tournaments, some into multiple tournaments, and some are just like me, just came here for the experience.
I came here mostly to commentate, actually. I was invited out by Larry Shinblanca to come commentate, and that's mostly what I've been doing. You can hear my voice is a little bit funky now, so.
Definitely, definitely. And then for those, that don't know, who is Ultra David, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, sure, yeah. So I've been playing in the scene since about 2002. Played Street Fighter 4 and got sort of well known for playing Zangief, but after that I've become better known for commentating in Street Fighter 4, Marvel 3, ST. I originally played ST, I played it today actually, but for the most part here I'm just commentating.
Oh, good stuff. And you said Zangief. I'm a Zangief player, by the way, for those that do know. So, I mean, I love Zangief. And speaking of Geef, how do you feel about Street Fighter 4 AE? Are you excited about that, or are you focusing now on Marvel vs. Capcom 3? What are your thoughts on the Street Fighter series in general?
Well, living in Los Angeles, I've gotten to play Arcade Edition quite a bit. We have, I don't know, 4 or 5 arcades that still have it. Wow. So I like it. I think it's a faster paced, better game than Super. There's a lot more offense. The characters who play offense are better than the characters who play defense in this game, and I feel like in Super it's not really the case for the most part. So it's a great game. I like it a lot. But I have to admit that since Marvel came out, I haven't been playing it all that much. I've been playing Marvel more, for sure.
Right. Well, thanks for the honesty. Now, since you're a Geef player, how do you feel about Geef in AE?
So Geef got a couple of big changes. He got a nerf to EX Green Hand that makes it not knock down.
Right.
People originally thought that might be a buff. It's not. It's a big time nerf. It makes it so that he can't get knockdowns very easily. It's very rare now as a Zangief player to get a knockdown that leads to a meaty situation. You can get pile drivers. The range on jab pile driver is a little bit bigger.
Okay.
And that does help for sure, but after that you don't really get a cross-up knockdown. You're not in range for that. So his meaty games are a little bit worse, but his footsies are better because the jab pile driver is better. So you can use it more in footsies. It's better for punishment situations. He does some more damage too. So I mean, it's not all bad. He's a good character still, but definitely the knockdown hurts him.
Big time. And thanks for the clarification, because as you said, a large part of Geef's game is the knockdown. Yes. Once you knock the opponent down, that's when you get in for the mix-ups and setups. So, we definitely looking forward to that. I mean, unfortunately for us, we don't have too many arcades down here, right?
Yeah, I know.
We have a lot of Waffle Houses, though.
Yeah. 2 within walking distance of here, actually, so.
Yes, definitely. All right, so we already talked about Marvel vs. Capcom 3, spoke about AE. Now, an entirely different game, Mortal Kombat 9. How do you feel about that? Are you excited? Are you like, oh, whatever, like, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I'm actually very excited for it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not sure whether it'll be a good game. I don't know that I have that expectation, but I really hope it'll be. And from what I've seen, it looks like it definitely has the ability to be a good game. I mean, everybody will take it seriously at first because of the $21,000 national tournament prize. That's just too much money to not train seriously for.
I think I'm going to start training immediately.
Seriously, yeah. And it'll be at Evolution as well, guaranteed to be there. So people will take it seriously. I hope it'll be good. And, I haven't played a Mortal Kombat in tournament before. I haven't taken any seriously. So it'll be a new experience for me, but it's one that I'm definitely looking forward to.
How do you feel about a fighting game league? And what I basically mean is, when you think of the NBA, I mean, years ago, when basketball was first invented, from the Peach Basket, the story, no one would have ever imagined that it would be a multi-billion-dollar corporation as it is today. So it sounds far-fetched, but what are your thoughts on that? Like, having game players or having pro game players play at a professional league, keeping scores and, of course, getting paid, etc. How do what do you think about that?
I think that would be interesting. I don't know that it's really feasible yet. Maybe in the future, but I don't think that we're at that stage yet. I mean, the biggest tournament of the year is Evo, and it's gotten a lot bigger for sure, but they don't expect more than 2,000 entrants per game, and for a big national tournament, I don't think that that's the kind of interest that would really enable a fighting game league. I mean, we see at a major like this, there are a lot of people. 300 is a lot of entrants, especially compared to what we used to have. But I don't think it's enough really to pay out enough that you could support the whole infrastructure. I mean, you're talking about a lot of things. not just paying players. You'd have to pay the people who put the league together and run everything and publicize it. That's a lot of stuff involved. I could definitely see that we're heading in that direction. You see that there are teams now like EG and BLG and a few others that are sponsoring players, and I think that's the first step. I mean, it was like in basketball too. The leagues, there were teams before there was a league, and so maybe.
So you know what? I'm sorry to cut you off, but what would you say needs to be done? Whether it's the fighting game players stepping their game up, or whether it's just interacting with more corporations, like what steps do you think we would need to take in order to get there?
I don't think that existing fighting game players need to step their game up. I think that they're doing well. The thing is that you need more interest. And so, yeah, getting corporations involved is one thing, but you can't do that unless there's more interest in the first place. How to create that interest, I mean, that's the big question. But I would love to see it personally, a professional league. I'd love to be a player agent. I'm an attorney in my day job, and a video game attorney specifically. So it'd be awesome if I could be a video game player agent. That'd be rad. But I don't see that coming in the near future, to be honest. So.
Oh, great answer, and you actually answered my next question too. Like what position would you like to be or play within that corporation if it existed?
Right. Yeah, I don't see myself being a professional player. I don't really finish that well in tournaments anymore. I got third place in Super Turbo, but other than that, I don't really play that well. So yeah, I would be in the management side of things for sure.
Yeah, you see, you kind of snuck that in there. That's a big deal. Third place, and that was when, today?
Yeah, that was today. It just happened. I lost to Jason Cole in losers finals.
Tokido and Jason Cole. I mean, you can't beat that. Two legends, and he's third place. Can't complain.
I mean, I think I should have done better, but I mean that's how all competitive players are. Even if you play against the best and lose, you still think that you should have won.
That's true. That's true. You always have a little bit of salt in there, So I'll take it as being humble and not rusty. He's definitely did good. Third place is great. Last but not least, what's going on with you? Anything new? Anything exciting? What's next for Ultra David?
Next is me, not really in the fighting game scene, but I'm starting my own private law practice. I've started it a few months ago. I don't know if I can plug a law practice. That seems kind of random, but if you need any legal representation, search me out. I don't know. Yeah,
1-800 Ultra David.
Yeah, well, I'm starting up the website. I'll have all that info in a little bit, but so that's mostly what I spend my time on. Like I said earlier, I don't get to play all that often because that takes a lot of work. But yeah, in terms of the video game scene, Marvel 3, man, that's what's new.
Definitely. So thanks a lot, Ultra David. This is David Gamma with SygacityGamers here with Ultra David signing out for final round 14 in Atlanta, Georgia. Peace.